Willie Rennie.
I wish to pay a sincere tribute to all those who have worked as professionals and as volunteers to serve their communities during this pandemic. It has never been a problem for the First Minister to read out a long to-do list. It's the got-done list that's the problem. It is always so much shorter. Let me ask about child mental health for the third year in a row. 2 years ago, 208 children were waiting over a year. It trebled last year, which the First Minister described as unacceptable. It was the worst it had ever been, and that was before the virus hit. Now it has doubled again, and there is no new plan today in the programme for government. Young people deserve the best mental health support. Why does the government have no new recovery plan for child mental health today?
First Minister.
We have invested record sums in mental health generally, I think, but also in child and adolescent mental health. We're employing record numbers of professionals in mental health. We are employing school counsellors across our school estate to be more preventative. What we set out last year in the programme for government was a plan of action to reform how we deliver child and adolescent mental health services, to rely less on specialist services, make sure they're there for people who need specialist care, but have a much more preventative plan of action and approach. So the National Wellbeing Service, for example. Inevitably, as so much of our work has suffered from this, there has been disruption for COVID. We're getting that back on track. I think it would have been wrong to announce today a new programme. Here we want to deliver the commitments that we set out, and we are getting on with doing that. And of course, additional support through distress brief interventions, for example, generally for mental health, making mental health services more accessible. These are priorities we will continue to take forward.
Willie Rennie.
Minister, the numbers have doubled, but there's nothing new in the child mental health arena today. Yet another plan on independence. We were told it was on pause and everything was about the pandemic. But independence, and they're at it again, got the loudest applause of the afternoon. That tells you all about their priorities. Lives and livelihoods are still under threat. This deserves our undivided attention. What should already be on the got-done list is childcare. At a time when we should be investing in the future of our young people, the Government has diverted funds elsewhere and delayed the 1140 hours for up to a year. It's certainly not, as the First Minister described, well on track. There is no strong economic recovery without strong childcare, and that is missing from this statement. Young people deserve better on mental health and better on childcare. Is the First Minister really satisfied?
First Minister.
I think Willie Rennie is just wrong on childcare. We are delivering a commitment on... Oh, well, welcome back to Mike Rumbles. Glad you're able to join us briefly. We are delivering on childcare, something that goes way beyond any other part of the UK, and will deliver the same amount of childcare for 3- and 4-year-olds and eligible 2-year-olds as children spend in primary school. That was on track to be delivered in August. Many local authorities are already delivering it. Most reasonable people will understand the disruption to that because construction couldn't happen, and councils did have to deflect some of their attention to dealing with the immediate issues of COVID, as the Scottish Government did. Of course, the policy has been fully funded and not a single penny of that has been taken away from local authorities. So we will now get on, catch up with that and deliver that commitment in full. And when we do deliver that commitment in full, as we do, then just as I said to Ruth Davidson, I hope Willie Rennie will be standing up in this Parliament congratulating this Government, because of course it's not something that the Liberal Democrats took the opportunity to do in all the years they were in coalition with the Conservatives.